arms, the scales on the feet. Can't really show them, but they are really good. And it's an amazing figure. Highly recommend this one. I think most of you've got this one. So it's the Bossk. Great picture there from Empire Strikes Back. And you know, and there's the back front of the card. Let's look at the back of the card. So the back of the card shows Bossk there on board the Executor, and then you've got a picture of Bossk, the action figure there, and it says Bossk is a bounty hunter hired to track down the Millennium Falcon. The transition meets with the Lord Vader and is given the task of capturing the rebel ship. The reptilian humanoid is an efficient and ruthless hunter. His personal goal is to capture Chewbacca, and then you've got the other figures in the range, the Hasbro, blah blah, and then how to play the battle game. So that's the back of the card, and then we'll have one more look at the front of the card. So you've got Bossk there, brilliant figure, and what a figure there, picture there, great figure, highly recommend this one. So great bounty hunter, Bossk the bounty hunter, excellent figure. Standout figure, this is the definitive Bossk figure, it's just such a great figure, and it looks wicked on this card, Bossk Bounty Hunter. I've got this on Tri-Logo from 1983, I've got the Revenge Proof card as well, so if you want to check those out. Great figure, you can get it on Saga Legends. Top figure. Detailing is so good on this figure, articulation, just everything about this figure is top drawer. So you've got the Bossk there, the card back just how it was in 1980 with the picture there of Bossk on the Death Star Destroyer, and this one cost £10, and here's the back of the card. Okay, I do have that on the Empire Strikes Back card, but it's on the German card. Nice fit, nice mint condition, not graded. Plus I've got the Revenge Proof of Bossk, and there's the other figures in the range. And these were the ultimate galactic hunt for these figures, was to collect 7 coins in a collector's case. So highly recommend these two, especially the Bossk, it just looks amazing. Okay, and these aren't so easy to find in the UK as they are in America, and they go for slightly more over here. So just 2 nice vintage figures from yesteryear, Bossk and Han Solo in Hoth gear. Excellent. Love the card backs, just how they were when I was a kid many years ago. Okay, here we've got the rocket firing Boba Fett. I already had 2 of these. I've got them at the end of or the beginning of 2011, and I've got these ones this week. I think they arrived last Friday. So you've got Boba Fett here with the rocket fire. I've got 2 of them. They work out at Toys R Us because they're selling them off. You buy one, get one half price. You're only allowed to buy 2 at a time. Rocket fire Boba Fett. So there's the 2 boxes. I've done a photo montage of this figure before and sort of video footage before, but I've never reviewed it. I'm not going to take it out of the packet. There's enough reviews of this figure. Everyone wants this one. This is what they promised back in the 79, 78, and we never got it. So finally we've got the rocket firing Boba Fett. The figure is a very good reproduction of the original vintage, which I have to show you as well, just the figure loose. Great figure, great image. This is just how it was back in the 1979 when this figure was finally released on card. It was also a mail away. I think I got my one, which is this one here, as a mail away. I don't remember getting it on card, but you know, we're talking a long time ago. My memory's not quite up to remembering how I got this Boba Fett figure. This is the original 1979 as it's dated on the thing. This is a brilliant figure and a bit worn, and as you can see the rocket there is non-firing version. It's glued in, still stayed in after all them years. great figure. If you hold it to the new figure, you can see that the new figure's a lot bigger, and the legs are a wider stance. The new figure's also more slightly darker grey plastic, but the paint job's pretty much exact. So these two figures are very similar. His blaster's sort of rubbery, which is a shame because it should have been done in a harder plastic. But you can see that Hasbro Kenner have done a really good job in reproducing the figure for 2010. And if Toys R Us in the UK are selling these figures off for £2 per customer, I can't say not to get them, because it works at £7 each including postage. So it's worth picking these up now, because once they're gone, they're gone. And I think it's better than sending off, doing the mail away offer, because then you don't have to vandalise Star Wars cards if you wanted to, because you have to open 5 or 6 cards just to get the proof of purchases to send in to Hasbro to get this figure. So it works out much cheaper just to buy them at Toys R Us in the UK. Okay, here I've got Walrus Man, also known as Ponda Baba, since 95 I guess, yeah 95, 96, and this is an excellent figure. This is the one I went looking for yesterday when I went to Toys R Us, and they had 2 left, maybe 3. Okay, so Walrus Man, this is a great figure, almost up there with Gamorrean Guard, but the Gamorrean Guard is just something else, so, you know. But this is still a great figure. Comes in many accessories, and Toys R Us have got a good deal at the moment. You buy one for $8.99 and you get the second one for half price. So you get the second one, which was the Admiral Akbar, for £4.50, and the total was £13.48. There's the receipt, Toys R Us. So that's not too bad a deal. And I might go to another Toys R Us if I can go all the way to Old Kent Road, which is quite a long way away, to check out what they've got there. Okay, this is a really good figure. Okay, the image on the front of the card is not the same as the original image on the 1978, 79, 20 or 21 back Walrus Man card. And Super Obliterator, he did a review of Walrus Man recently, plus Dr. Everson, and he made a comment about that, and I said, well, the reason why they changed the image so much was that back in 78, 79 they weren't really working with much artwork, and so the figure they ended up with didn't really look much like the figure from the film, so they had to sort of more or less put a sort of airbrushed, almost painted version of the figure's image on the card front, sorry, and that figure's quite classic. That's probably out of all the vintage figures, is the figure that looks the least like what it's meant to. It's got a funky orange and blue outfit, and I mean the head sculpt's not too bad, but the rest of it is just pretty out there, very 70s, very disco, if you ask me. Okay, so this is the Ponda Baba, and yep, great figure. Comes with 2 interchangeable hands, so you can have the sort of clamshell hands or the furry hands. It's got an arm that you can put in that can be sort of pulled out midway and simulate where Obi-Wan cuts it off, and you've got a bit of blood there. All in all, this is a brilliant figure. Sculpting's just amazing. The jacket just looks really detailed, like all the sort of folds and all that sort of stuff. The beige undervest looks cool. Brown trousers look great. Black boots. Articulation of this figure's top notch. The head's ball jointed shoulders. On those 2 arms that are already in the figure, they're both ball jointed at the elbows, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball jointed knees, ball jointed ankles, and then the other arm only has a swivel at the elbow because of the pull apart feature. And all you do is pull out the arm on the right hand side and push in the other arm. I think you've got to be careful when you do that, because the actual pin that goes in there looks quite thin. So, and then it also comes with a glass which is half filled with a white milky substance, which could be milk or space milk. Comes with a blaster, which everyone says is very like the TIE Fighter pilot's blaster, but this one has a more silvery gunmetal look to it. The image on the card looks amazing. It's just from the film. I mean, Ponda Baba this Walrus man just looks really amazing. Most of you will have this now. It's been around for quite a while. This is VC70. It's on a European stickered card, so you've got stickers there, and then if you look at the back, you've got a sticker at the back, and it says Ponda Baba VC2070. Okay, so let's go back to the front of the card. Excellent figure. Can't really fault it. Don't know why it took so long to get this one. Highly recommended, must have this one. The reason why I went after this one yesterday was I've heard on the grapevine that this figure's getting scarce, so I thought I'd better get one before it disappears, because you know, and I'm really glad I got it. It just looks amazing, you know, and really good reviews out there. Sith Lord, flyguy.net did 2 really good reviews of this figure. Micah done a good review of this, and a few others. So just go on YouTube, check other people's reviews. Okay, because I'm not going to take this one out of the packet, because you know I keep my stuff on the cards, and I think the card is part of the aesthetic. You know, this takes me back to the late 70s. So that's why it appeals to someone who's in my age, like Laugh It Up Fuzzball as well. Okay, so great figure, and there's Admiral Akbar behind it. So 2 great figures there, and I'm going to show you one more vintage figure in a minute. I'm going to take some pictures as well of this figure because it looks so cool. Malgus on a vintage collection card, and I got him maybe a month ago at Forbidden Planet, and I had about 4 or 5 of them, so I thought I'd better get him before he disappears. Okay, this figure's a hard one to find. Forbidden Planet was selling him for £12.99. It's a great figure, looks amazing, a lot of detail on him, and comes with a lightsaber lit and a lightsaber hilt, and it's just a really massive figure with lots of nice paint details. Looks really good. So card picture looks great as well. He's from the expanded universe, and I think he's from the Old Republic, and I'm just glad I got him. So there's a good figure there, lots of detail. Sorry about the lighting, but it's so dark today. It's really overcast and really grey this Halloween Wednesday. Here's the back of the card. So it's a European card with the sticker over the US card back, and a little Forbidden Planet sticker there. So that's the back, and here's the front. There's the figure, great figure. Lots of reviews of this figure on YouTube, so it's a really good one. Great figure actually. Kenner logo there, just like it was back in the 70s. Great figure. So that's Darth Malgus, expanded universe. A must-have figure for any modern collector. So not much to say apart from that he's an absolute must, and looks really cool, and the card back image is just great. So there you go, Darth Malgus, and he's VC what, 96. Okay, so Darth Malgus, great figure, and I'm glad I got him. Okay, cheers, bye. Okay, I went to Sainsbury's yesterday in southwest London, and I picked up some really nice brand new Black Series 3 3/4 inch figures. They've got the whole new range there. So I've got the Jawa here, and it's an amazing figure. It's you get a 2-pack on the Black Series card, really nice. And you can see the 2 Jawas look amazing, man. Look at that. Come with 2 rifles, 2 pistols. And the detail on these figures is just top notch. Love the Jawas, look at that. Brilliant figures. You've got one in a darker brown, the shorter one, and the other one is in a tannish brown cut. But the detail on these 2 figures is just top notch. So I grabbed this. They had about 3 Jawas there, and then here's the back of the card. And I use my Nectar points, so I got £5 off. They were £9.73. They're on special offer at the moment, and I used £5 off on my Nectar card. So I got these 2 for about 15 quid. This and the C3PO I'll show you in a minute. But this is the Jawa set, really nice, in Sainsbury's, London. They must have just put them out yesterday or the day before. Look at these figures, amazing, top notch. Look at the Jawas, man. OTC, man, original trilogy. Really nice Jawas. Brilliant figures. Look at that. Top notch. I went to Toys R Us as well. There was nothing there new, really. I think they've got a few of the new 6-inch figures, but nothing like this. So Sainsbury's is the place to go if you live in the UK at the moment. Look at these figures. Top notch. Okay, so that's your Jawas, Black Series at Sainsbury's UK. Top notch. Dagobah landing. I've been after this figure for a long time. It's really hard to find in the UK and goes for quite a lot of money. I've got this with the Death's Imperial Navy Trooper, or what is it? Imperial Navy Commander, and works out about 20 quid for this figure. US card, really nice, brilliant figure, really bright orange costume. Comes with a lightsaber hilt, blaster pistol and helmet, and is based on the earlier Snowspeeder Luke. Really great figure. I've wanted this one for ages. Really hard to find in the UK. Goes for quite a lot, up to about maximum UK eBay price about £40. Graded, you're talking about £90. Great head sculpt, really captures the hair colour really nicely. Good face sculpt. And this is just when Luke arrives on Dagobah, and you can see in the picture how bright the costume is, and they've just captured that. I've no problems with the bright costume. Well articulated figure, has ball jointed heads, ball jointed swivel shoulders, elbows, swivel forearms, swivel waist, swivel hips, ball jointed knees, ball jointed ankles. Has a lot of detail to this figure. Really great figure. One of the best Lukes ever. The only Luke that could probably match this one is the Bespin Luke, really. I don't have that one yet, the 2010 Luke, but this figure just looks amazing. I'd say this is the best Luke, this and the Bespin Luke of all times. This is a great figure. Other great Lukes I can think of are the Luke Medical Frigate, obviously the original 12-pack Luke, Farm Boy, but for a modern figure this one is top notch. Really detailed costume, lots of accessories, looks great, you know, great figure. Okay, it's got sort of snowspeeder half type boots, great figure, and I've been after this one for a long time. This figure was hardly distributed in the UK, that's why it's really hard to get. People in Germany say that this one's easy to find over there, but over here it's a hard one to find. There's the back of the card, and it says Luke Skywalker, The Empire Strikes Back 1980. Other figures in the range. This is VC44, and the year is 2011, I'd say. Doesn't really say what year it was, but I'd say it's 2011. Really great figure. And 2010 actually. Nice figure. The first release of this figure, specifically the arrival on Dagobah. What a nice figure. Highly recommend this one. One of the best Lukes ever. People that do good reviews of this are flyguy.net. Sith Lord probably does a good review of this as well. 229. Great figure. Excellent. Okay, cheers. Bye. Okay, Happy New Year. I've finally got the Gamorrean Guard, so this is a look at it. Got it at Toys R Us in Merton for about £8.99. It was the only one there, and it's a, well, so many people have done reviews of this figure, it's probably the best of the vintage 2010 collection. Excellent figure, as you can see the detailing on the face, and it comes with 3 accessories and the famous fur skirt. It's a really good figure. So let's have a look at it. On a Kenner logo card. It's a European card, so it's got stickers on it, a sticker on the back. Excellent figure. Highly recommend it if you can track it down. So they're saying that there's more of these going to be available, but it's still a hard figure to find. I only found it in December 2011, so really good figure. Okay, this is the back of the card. So it's the Gamorrean Guard, and it has the European sticker stuck on it, which can be pulled off, but I'll probably leave it on. So you can't see any details of the figure, just the sticker in all the languages on it. So there's the Gamorrean Guard, which is VC21, Vintage Collection 21, and it's still a hard find, this figure. I went to Toys R Us again, the same Toys R Us yesterday, and there was none of these there. So that's the Vintage Collection Gamorrean Guard. Okay, one more look at the Gamorrean Guard. I'll take some photographs as well. Excellent figure, exactly the same card as back in the 1983. I've got lots of these carded from 1983, and I've also got on YouTube a really rare Gamma Guards carded sample, which you can check on my channel. So there you are. One more look at the excellent, superb figure, Gamma Guard. Highly recommend if you can find it in the UK. I know it's on eBay, but on eBay it's about 30 quid, so it's better to try and see if you can find it for about £8–9. There you go, Gamma Guard on a retro style card. Highly recommend this figure, excellent. And this one, Gamma Guard, the only one I've seen, £4.99, excellent figure. £4.99, brilliant. I'd like to have picked more of these up. Great figure though. For £4.99 you can't go wrong with that. Okay.
Okay, in Sainsbury's they had one C3PO, the new Black Series. This is the old vintage collection one from 2010, but look at this, it looks amazing, and this figure is so hard to find now and goes for a fortune. It's about 50 quid on card in the UK if you can find one on the vintage collection card. So this is the Black Series C3PO, which is the old VC C3PO. It looks amazing, look at that, look at the way they've got it packaged. Got it at Sainsbury's. This C3PO likes it as well, thinks it's great. What a figure. Look at the detailing on this figure. So this is the old vintage collection C3PO, which everyone wants. There's the number 16 on the, and there's the back of the card. And then let's look at the C3PO again. Really nice. Oh my, I think it's splendid. Okay, so really nice C3PO there, vintage collection, top notch. And you can get this at Sainsbury's. They only had one of these. They had about 40 other figures, but this was the only one in, only C3PO they had. So I just sorted through the whole lot. And I might try and get some more. They had the little red guy from the Cantina scene, I think he is, and all the like Doctor Doom clone, all that sort of stuff. The new Rex, the Y-wing pilot and stuff like that. So you know, but being old school, I picked up these figures that appeal to me the most: the Jawas and the C3PO. Love this C3PO. Look at the detail. Top-notch figure. C3PO. Another look at the Black Series C3PO. I think this is an amazing figure, and it was when it was first released in 2010 as part of the vintage collection. Just looks amazing. It's really small though, but he's got so many features. Great figure. You can see the silver of the back leg. You can see where the panel comes off on this leg. Also, it leaves a little gap. It doesn't fit flush, which is a bit of a shame. But you know, try and push it in, and you know, C3PO is such an integral character from Star Wars: A New Hope and onwards, and he's going to be in the new film, I believe. So you know, he's critical character with all his pieces missing, taking off the panels. You can see the great detailing. Love this back panel there, and detailing around the waist is amazing. Just a great figure. And you know, it looks just top drawer. Head turns. What a great figure. C3PO, Black Series, number 16. Great detail. Great for display. your chance to get the difficult to get Black Series C3PO. There's his chest panel, there's his face panel, plate really, back panel and leg plate panel, whatever. There you go. So top notch figure.